Today we're showing off some exciting projects, man. We have some custom championships here, some trophies. We got some really exciting stuff. This is probably one of the more exciting projects I've worked on in a little bit here. And you know, there's always dozens of things happening at a given time, right? But coming up on the end of the year, I wanted to make the end of every single calendar year for our WWE action figures in this YouTube channel to mean something. I wanted to commemorate the year. And so I'm all about custom things and decorating and making things one of one. You know, it can never just be how it is. We always gotta try to do something a little extra to the best of my ability. And so today we're showcasing some brand new championship belts from my man Dan Turnquist, who is the GOAT belt maker. Shout out to my man Dan Turnquist, man, putting his handle on the screen. If you guys are interested in custom belts, man, he makes the best in the game. They're beautiful, high quality, they last a long time, they are prestigious, and anytime I can use one of his belts over one of the Mattel ones, I do it every single time. So right here, we do have the championship. Shout out to my man Dan. He brought all my visions to life. He is one of one. And today we're going to get into it, man. So we have 8 championships over here, and we're going to go through them. So the first championship we have right here, if you guys remember that video we made about the shelf, about the 3D printed stuff, let me grab an example. So if you guys remember, we had this printed. It says Best MDT Ultimate Edition. Shout out to my man William for printing this sign. I was going to make a shelf that had this logo on it. Throughout the year as we review figures, we'll have those figures to put on this shelf with this logo and kind of have us an idea of who's going to be the best of the best at the end. Well, when we reach the end, this championship right here, this is going to go to the best men's WWE Ultimate Edition of the year. And so it's got the red strap to commemorate the Ultimate Edition. You see Best Ultimate Edition. It kind of looks like the Ultimate logo, but you have the MDT logo instead of the WWE. Then you got the MDT side plates. So when we do our ranking video, taking every Ultimate released in 2025 and we count them down, the winner of that video, or the #1 Ultimate Edition of 2025, will walk away with this championship right here. And I think that this is awesome. I think this is super impressive. I love the way it came out. I didn't want to go super over the top. I did for some other ones and you'll see, but I thought that this looked pretty cool. And then we made a women's edition. So you'll see here, Best Ultimate Women's Edition, and you can see it's the same thing practically. Similar to WWE, I think the men's plate is a little larger, so you have a little smaller to kind of fit into the scale of the women's figures. The Best Women's Ultimate Edition will walk away with this championship right here. So when we're doing that video, whatever woman ranks the highest will walk away with that. And then on my display, those figures will hold these championships. And I don't know if I'm going to do, you know, 2025's edition of the championship, the next year make a new edition, or if this championship will carry over year. That's something I got to figure out. Maybe you guys can help me with that. But look at that. Even the MDT logo on the belt clip. Pristine details. Outside of that, man, I had to take it a step further, and you'll notice this championship. This is probably my favorite, but on this main plate, I wanted it to be kind of crazy. So we have this light blue strap, you know, one of the colors of the channel. It says MDT Ultimate Edition. Then we have this GOAT logo with wings and GUEOAT right there. And what that stands for is Greatest Ultimate Edition of all time. So this championship will go to the best Ultimate that Mattel has ever made. And that is something that we will crown. We're going to do an award show, and I'll get into that a little later in the video, where we kind of hand out these awards of the given year and talk about the Mattel figures and the wrestling figure game overall and give out some awards that we've kind of covered on the channel. But then we also made a women's edition that will go hand in hand with that. And I was trying to think, okay, what if a woman's figure ended up being the best Ultimate they've ever made? Would she also get this version, or should it be a male versus female thing? I don't know what I'm going to do there. You can let me know. But on the women's championship, you can see there, again, a little smaller. It's got the pink strap and the pink and everything like that. And pink, it's just colors of the channel. It just kind of worked out that way. But you have GWEOAT, so Greatest Women's Ultimate Edition of all time. And then it's kind of similar to the male version. And there you go. Those are those championships. I love the way these look, by the way. So at the end of the year, we will also crown these, in my personal opinion, you know, what I think is the GOAT of each style Ultimate Edition from Mattel. And then, of course, we do have to hand out Elites. So we do have the MDT Elite Championship, not the, you know, the MDT Pick-Fed version. We have the MDT Elite Collection Championship, I guess you will. So you have the, you know, modern WWE Elite logo, but instead of the WWE, you have the MDT and the dark blue strap right there to hand out to the best WWE Elite of 2025, which, again, we will do a top 25 countdown where we showcase, you know, what I think of the top 25 best WWE Elites from this given year, and then the winner of that video will be crowned the champion there. And then, of course, we did make a women's version again, and so we went with the white strap, added the women's logo, a little smaller, very clean looking though. The black and gold is so sick. I didn't want to go overly complicated, but I thought these were pretty cool. They'll stand out on the shelf. I think these are, I don't know, I just love how the logos are the championship plates. I thought that was cool, and Dan just brought it to life, man. So shout out to Dan, he's a beast. And then we also have 2 pick fed championships that he sent over, man, and these look incredible. Look at this, man. We have never seen the MDT Tag Team Championships in this 3D printed way, but you can see here, look at the strap with the blue and yellow zebra stripes. If you get in here, you can see that it says Tag Team Champion. You got the MDT logo there with the continents all throughout. He did a fantastic job on this, man, and what's cool is if you compare the two, this is the, I guess, the newer, better version, and then you have the Showstopper Custom Figs versions from years ago, and this kind of holds up to how good Showstopper is. He painted these so long ago, man. These championships are so old. I mean, they're 8, 9 years old, something like that. And look at the paintwork, still holding up to this day. The decals still holding up to this day. And these are just a lot more in-depth. They're a lot more quality, right? I mean, they're larger. They look better. And I don't know, you can let me know, but I think these look really, really clean. So what I've done is I had to go get the MDT Tag Team Champions, who have like a 7,000-day reign at this point. So I went and got the Young Bucks, who are the current champions at the time of recording this. And you can give them the straps right here, man. And with these figures and these belts, I mean, they kind of stand out really well. Look at that. You got Matt Jackson, and then you also have Nick Jackson. So you got the Young Bucks here with their championships. These look really damn good on these figures specifically. These Walmart exclusive Bucks just stand out because of these championships. Like, they just fit straight in, I guess. But I love these figures. These Walmart Young Bucks were great, and I think they have a lot of character and stuff like that. So these are really sweet. I'm really bummed that we never got Supremes of these guys, because I think they would have really stood out as well. But these new Tag Team Championships look great. Shout out to Dan for that. But not only are we going to have championships, man, we're going to have the championship belts to crown. We're also going to do some other categories. So when I talk about doing this award show, and I have these figures back here just to, you know, like say this was the, if I thought this Rhea was the best, you know, the GOAT Women's Ultimate, there you go. She's wearing the championship. You see how that works? This is, and I, you know, put it on her waist. She'd hold it on display, and then it kind of, I don't know, it upgrades the display. You have that going on. You have me back here who's going to hand out the trophies and whatnot. If I thought that, you know, say this Seth Rollins came out this year, you know, you come over here and you put the Ultimate Edition Championship on this guy, and then he would walk out. Obviously, this is a custom, and this figure didn't release this year, but you get the idea. You get the point of the entire thing. That's kind of what the vision that we're going for. Same thing with this Elite Championship right here, or Elite Collection Championship. The trophy would go to this Randy Orton, and you go over here, and we crown him right there. Boom. And this is what we'll do in that top 25 countdown, and, you know, we'll advertise it in the video at the beginning. You know, we'll say who's walking home with this Elite Championship, but there is those championships. But again, the trophies, man, the trophies over here. So we have 3 different looks because I didn't know exactly the color palette I wanted to go with, but here is the trophy design. So you have this globe on top, and then you have the MDT logo, and then you have this kind of cylinder with zebra stripes, and then down here we're going to have nameplates on them. So you have the all gold, which I think personally probably looks the best. Then you have another one here. It's kind of got like the zebra, the world was colored, and I don't know, I think we were kind of playing around with palettes. Not necessarily, these weren't, none of these are finished necessarily. They were just kind of work in progress, but let's just say this figure off screen, whatever. Go back in time and say this Cody Rhodes wins some sort of trophy. So, oh yeah, Cody Rhodes, he won Ultimate of the Year. He actually did win Ultimate Edition of the Year that given year, but let's say he won some sort of other award. He would, he'd walk out with this championship right here. So he would walk away with this, and I don't know what the trophy, you know, would stand for or whatever, but we have categories, and I'm going to showcase those categories right now. I probably wouldn't have them hold it. Maybe some of them would hold it, but I think the whole idea would be to put it in front of it on the display, or maybe on a little, I don't know, a little stand or something. We'll get it together. Damn. Oh my God. So here's Cody with the trophy. You can see there. I think I like the gold the best. I'll have them painted up for you though. So we're going to have multiple copies, and they're all going to have their own nameplates on it with the year or whatnot. But so running off some of the categories here, I'll tell you, you know, the different awards we're going to hand out just so you guys can be thinking on it, whatever. But this is all going to be from my own brain. So, you know, what I thought of the figures, and we'll go over the criteria when we give out these awards. But we're going to do Legends Figure of the Year. You know, that's Target exclusive. We're going to do Main Event of the Year, which is going to be a basic figure. We got Monday Night Wars Figure of the Year, Sleeper Figure of the Year, the Most Shocking Figure, which is going to be the figure that shocked me the most. Maybe I came in thinking it was going to be crap, and then it really shocked me. I was like, oh damn, it's actually pretty damn good. You got Worst Figure of the Year, which will be fun. You got Exclusive of the Year, so it'll be, you know, Ringside, Walmart, Target, whatever it is, exclusive. And then my personal favorite, which is going to be Articulated Ass Kicker of the Year, which is going to go to the figure that I think feels the best in hand, moves the best, and I just love posing around. The figure that I can pick up and just, it is an absolute joy to pose around. We'll give that, you know, to the articulated ass kicker of the year. So that'll be a fun one right there. But that is what I wanted to talk about today, man. Just a lot of fun stuff. This is something that I've been working on behind the scenes, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And so this will make the ranking videos mean a lot more. And, you know, just make it a big deal, man. I think it's fun to do that, man. Overdo it. Always whole-ass it. Never half-ass it, man. You're gonna try. You try with your damn heart, son. You know, 1 Corinthians 9:24, man. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. And so I believe in competing with your whole chest. And so I think that this will be a lot of fun, man, but that is all I have for you today. Terrific, absolutely fantastic ideas coming through, man. I'd love to see what you guys think, you know. If you have some nominations for those awards to get it in my brain, maybe you have an idea of what, you know, figure should get what, you could let me know, man. But that is pretty much going to wrap it up. I want to showcase this a little bit. I thought it was terrific, and I would love to know what you guys think down below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think down below. I appreciate all you guys so very much. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you so much for the many blessings of this year, and I look forward to the end of it. I look forward to the end of the year because that's when we do all my ranking videos. You guys know I love the rankings. So, but I'm getting out, man. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.